Confident AF Live, taking your mindset next level to get next year's results today with me, your host, Brandon Foster. Are you a badass peep with big dreams, ready to turn your unrealistic goals into reality? Confident AF Live is the gateway to enormous new opportunities and unlimited possibilities. The unrealistic can suddenly become realistic for you if you believe it. Are you ready to take your dreams and results to the next level? Then stay tuned as we help crack open the door to new ways of impactful thinking and believing about yourself with mindset practices for badass people like you. Confident AF Live starts right now. What up, amazing badass peeps? Thank you so much for joining me for another live episode of Confident AF Live. My name is Brandon. I'm super excited to be here with all of you all today. If this is your first time listening, welcome. I'm glad that you found us. If this is your second, third, fourth, or even the 10th time, this is our 10th episode. Thank you so much for listening to what I have to say. And as always, my big dream, my heart's desire is to encourage, inspire, and motivate you to live your most joy-filled and abundant life through your business and your life's purpose. And today I have a very amazing and special episode for all of you because why would I not? And I'm really excited about what I'm talking about today. Today, I'm talking about how letting go creates amazing miracles in your life, in your business. And we all want miracles, right? Who doesn't want a miracle in their business? Who doesn't want a miracle in their life? Give me all the miracles, all the miracles, all the things, all the live long day. Yes, please. And actually, as I said that out loud, it reminds me of Anytime Fitness. They're not endorsing me. I don't get anything to pay to say this, but I love Anytime Fitness because I can go anytime, anywhere that they have one, whenever I want. And I feel like miracles should be the same way. Whenever we want one, we should be able to receive one. And however many we want, wherever we are, wherever we go. And in all aspects of our life, we should be able to have miracles. And I really, really believe that one of the biggest changes that have really continually transformed, like not just my own personal life, but like seeing the massive changes that my one-on-one coaching clients have in my Born to Slay mastermind and through my digital courses like Confident AF. But the biggest change that I see in people's lives over and over again comes from the process of letting go. And so I figured today I would share some insights of what letting go actually is and what it means to be letting go of things from a mindset perspective, an emotional perspective, a spiritual perspective, a business perspective, all the perspectives, and why that really does change so much and allows so much good, so much love, so much joy, so much abundance, so much encouragement, so many high vibe emotions into our lives. And we all want to have a life that is filled with joy, love, positivity. And for me, the best feeling in the world is a feeling of gratitude. That is if I have one prayer that I pray every single day and it never changes. And that is, God, please let me to feel more gratitude today than I did yesterday. And let me feel more gratitude tomorrow than I do today. Because true gratitude is the feeling that just, in my opinion, supersedes all other emotional feelings you could possibly have as a human being. And it is just the best feeling in the world to feel gratitude. And I always want to feel more gratitude in my life. And so I feel like the letting go really does help you to feel more gratitude. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you are following me on Instagram at brandonrfoster.com. I also have an incredible Facebook group community called Confident AF Mindset Practices for Badass Business Owners. If you haven't joined that group, make sure you join the community over there. And let's start talking about letting go. And I actually narrowed this down today for 7 different places in your life for you to actually let go. And the reason why letting go is so important is, if you guys are watching the replay on YouTube, but oftentimes we want to let something new into our life, but we don't want to let anything old go. And there is something called the vacuum law of prosperity that basically states that whenever there's an empty space, something has to fill that empty space, right? And I'm going to use the closet analogy, because this is an analogy that I've been using for years in all my group coaching sessions and my one-on-one coaching sessions. And it just makes a lot of sense, and it's very easy for people to understand. But let's say you have your closet and you want to buy new clothes, but you have so many existing clothes in your closet that you don't have any place to put your new clothes. So what do you have to do? There's two options. One is you somehow get another closet, which this happens, right? You go from, for me, being a former circus clown, go from living in a stateroom, which is basically like a walk-in closet, and then you move into 1-bedroom apartment, or you move from an apartment into a 3 or 4 bedroom house. That's one way to create more space for clothes, right? You're literally expanding your capacity by where you live, right? So one way is to expand your capacity. The other way is to let go. So you actually get rid of the clothes that you actually have in your closet, and that creates room and makes space for new clothes. Ideally, what you want to do for both your life and what you want to do for your business is you want to expand your capacity for love, joy, abundance, for your business to thrive, right? You want to go from one location to multiple locations. You want to go from 2 or 5 employees to a team of 20 or 30. You want to go from several $1,000s to $100,000, $1 million in sales. So one is you want to expand. And the second thing you want to do is you want to let go of anything that is not serving you, that's going to prevent you from going to that next level, which is actually like getting rid of the clothes. So today's episode is all going to be about letting go of things in our life and how the process of letting go actually creates space and allows space for something new, better to come into our lives. And the first thing that I want to talk about that all of us need to let go of is our past. And the past is one of those things that whenever we get hurt, whether it's in our business, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's a family member, whether it is someone who bullied us in middle school or high school, or maybe we hurt ourselves, maybe we made mistakes in our financial life, whatever it is. Whenever we have something that happened in our past that feels really, really terrible, i.e., we feel guilt, we feel shame, or we feel bitterness or angerness or resentment, if we don't let go of that past thing, that event that happened, we drag it with us. The best analogy and example of this would be like someone who went through bankruptcy and now is like scared to death of like ever using a credit card, right? When you could actually use the credit card and pay it off every single month and acquire really amazing, airline miles and bonus miles and all those kinds of things, and actually be better off financially, right? Or it could be, another example could be someone who had a spouse or significant other who cheated on them. And now they're in the dating world again, but they keep basically dragging in that past. And so now they're, checking on the new person they're dating or engaged to, like their phone all the time. They're suspicious. They don't trust them. They're basically dragging in that old emotional baggage, that old wound, because it hasn't been healed and looked like they haven't let go of it, into the new. And that's one of the reasons why people find it very hard for them to create massive change in their life or have quantum leaps in their business. And whenever I say quantum leap, I mean a sudden and unexpected increase. So a sudden unexpected increase in love and abundance and clients, whatever it is. is because we become attached to our past and we relive our past over and over again. And the reason why we do that is because we actually haven't forgiven our past. We haven't let go of the past. We haven't dealt with those emotions, and we're dragging it with us like a suitcase with 50 and 100-pound weights as we try to, achieve our next goal. And we're climbing towards this mountain, this next summit that we want to achieve. So the first thing that you have to do is really have to let go of the past. You have to let go of what happened in the past, because if you drag the past into the future, you'll create more of your past. And it's a messy way to live your life, and it's a messy way to architect your business and create from, because the law of cause and effect says what you create from, you get more of. So if you're dragging your past in, you're creating from the wounds of your past, and you're likely to experience the same thing over and over again, which is why it's really interesting how, if you ever seen people who consistently have patterns in their life, usually those patterns in their life, whether it's financial patterns or relationship patterns or business patterns, whatever it is, those patterns are often correlated directly to their past, a past experience, a past trauma that they are basically keep reliving until they heal it. And then once they heal it and they let go of it, then they can actually create something new. Very, very interesting. The second thing to let go of is your old beliefs. So a belief is just a pattern of thought. It's something that you choose to think over and over again. These can be good thoughts towards yourself, your business, and your life, or they can be quote unquote bad thoughts or negative thoughts, or quotes that are thoughts that argue against who you are and where you're going and what you're going to do in your life and your business. But basically, this is what you think. And once you let go of your old way of thinking, you can more freely and wholeheartedly integrate your new thought patterns and your new way of thinking about yourself, your business, your finances, your relationships in a really powerful way. And that is actually directly tied to your past as well, because if you think about your current thoughts, oftentimes where new thought patterns and new patterns of belief come from is to protect us from past emotional traumas. So if someone cheated on you because you're working all the time, now you can think, if I work all the time, then someone's going to cheat on me, right? Because you're just drawing a new parallel, a new belief based on past trauma, past experience to a new thought. So the second thing you have to let go of to create really amazing momentum in your life and your business is any belief, any thought pattern that is not rooted in love, in abundance, and joy, and prosperity, in who God created you to be, and that you are unabashedly unique and adored by the whole entire universe, by God, by your creation. So that's number 2. Number 3 thing that you have to let go of is you have to let go of your old habits. This is oftentimes difficult and challenging for business owners to do, because the habits that they had that got them to where they are in their business today are not the habits that they need to get them to the next level. And I found this for people that I coach in my Born to Slay mastermind, and also just myself personally too, as I grow and expand my businesses, is that when you start off, you're very much a solopreneur. You're doing everything. And as you grow, you're like, I can't do everything all the time anymore. And so the old pattern, the old habit was I do everything. And the new pattern has to be I lead a team that does everything. And so those are different habits. Those are different ways of thinking, those different ways of doing, those are different ways of being. And it's really important to be able to let go of the things that you used to do, because mentally speaking, and the way that your neurons are wired in your brain, it's like, but it's working. And it's like, yes, it is working. And it was working for this level, but you have to go to a new level. It's no difference than a manufacturing company who has, 2 big machines that are manufacturing product. And there is a limit. There is a capacity limit for those machines if those machines are running 24/7. And at some point, they're going to have to buy new machines. They're going to have to install new machines and increase their capacity more, right? So number two is you have to be able, or number three, you have to let go of your old habits, all right? Old habits and integrate new habits. By the way, there is a period of time for all of these where it really feels like you're stuck or like you're being pulled in two directions. And that's because often what I see a lot of people do is they start to integrate the new thought patterns while they still have some of the old thought patterns rambling on. They start to integrate new habits for leading their business, leading their teams, while they're still kind of doing some things they probably shouldn't be doing. So it's what they really need to do is fully let go of the old and grab onto the new. It's kind of like you're being pulled by a rope in two different directions. Number four thing that you have to let go of is your old perspective. And I haven't heard very many people talk about this, but perspective to me is the lens with which you view yourself, you view your business, and you view the world. And every time you up-level your business, every time you up-level who you are and step into your next level of who God created you to be, you go through this perspective shift of how you view your potential, how you view your team, how you view the importance of what your business does for the world. And those perspective shifts are really, really, really important. And I started to really think about this when I was at a leadership retreat, and the analogy was given to us of a master chess player. And a master chess player doesn't focus on the next single move they're going to do on their business. They look at the next 20 moves. And if you think about really amazing visionary leaders, visionary business owners, they don't have a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year plan. They have a 5, 10, 15 year plan of what they want to see and what they want to do. And I feel like that is really, really, really important to think about that, because that is a long-term perspective. And when you change how you view about your business, how you change how you view about the world, you open yourself up to new possibilities, new beliefs, new amounts of love, joy, and abundance to allow that to flow into your life. And so I feel like letting go of old perspectives, which I'm really talking about old views of smallness, old views of potential, old views of who you could actually be. It's often said that we have no idea the potential that lies within us. And for me, I think that's one of the greatest things I keep in the back of my head is I don't want to get to heaven. I don't want to see my creator and be shown how much further I could have gone. I want to develop my fullest potential as I can while I am here. And so I definitely do believe that letting go of old perspectives is really, really, really beautiful. And that allows the creation of new perspectives for yourself and for your business. Number 5, to let go of. For me, this is one of the most challenging at times. And that is learning how to let go of people. And letting go of people in your life doesn't mean you don't love them, doesn't mean you don't care about them, doesn't mean that you don't want the best for them. But I definitely do believe that relationships in life, not every relationship in life is going to last your whole entire life. I believe that there are relationships that will last your entire life. I believe there are relationships that are temporary for where you are in that time and place. And I do believe that as you progress, as you expand, as your business evolves, as you become more in tune with your life's purpose, and as you grow, I do believe that new people will come into your life that will meet you on that new level and help you get to the next level. I do believe that there are some people who will continue to rise up with you. And those are my favorite. I love the people that truly care about your own success, that truly do value you and see you as a human being with enormous potential and want to cheer you on. They want to see you be successful. They want to see you go on every single new level. Those people are one of the greatest gifts that God can possibly give you. Those are your angels. Those are your encouragers that are really going to help you. And I love those kind of people, because those are the people who are always going to bring you up, and they're always going to keep pushing you higher. And one thing that I love about my husband is that he and I will have these moments where we feel like one is growing more than the other, but we always are lifting the other person up, and we're always growing together. And I think that's a really huge and beautiful, beautiful thing, when, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, significant other, or a mentor, like people who will really want to see you be successful and you grow with them is huge. And there's also going to be other people who will try to keep you on the level that you're at. And oftentimes these people want to keep you at the level that you're at because either it's uncomfortable to see you successful, because it reminds them that they're not living up to their fullest potential, and it really has to do with their own insecurities. Or number two, they don't want you to rise up, because actually it all has to do with their insecurities. I'm trying to think of another thing, but it really is, it's just their own insecurities. One is they don't want to see you rise higher. And then the second is that they could be jealous of you and like blame you that you're not helping them too. That's the other thing too. And I think it's important to let go of people with love and grace and forgiveness, and really see the humanness of people. I think is really, really important. But you should never use your emotional energy and your emotional gifts and your best talents on people who want to keep you where you're at so that they feel better, because it's just not healthy. It's very destructive. Number 6, and this kind of goes with the last one, which is you have to be willing to consistently let go of blame and victimhood. And this was something that was really hard and really made me angry for a long time. When I would listen to any self-help book or a positive person, and they would say, well, you control your own reality, or you can change your life, or, you know, more money is always available, or whatever it is, like I used to get so angry. I was like, well, if I knew how, you know, I would. And if I could get a jump start, then I would. And I used to really blame my circumstances. I would blame other people. I would blame a lot of pretty much everybody except for myself. And I found that at the time, what I was really doing is the only time that I was really feeling love was when people felt sorry for me. Like people felt sorry for me. So I tell them my sad victim story and the horrible things that had happened to me, or how I was down and out, or whatever it was. And I would get empathy and I would feel love. And so I started to become attached to the idea of being a victim. And the destruction of remaining in victimhood means that you are not asserting your greatest power that God has given you, which is the power of choice, the power of free will, the power to choose how you think about yourself and choose what you do. And when you're a victim, you are completely powerless. The opposite of the victim is the victor. And the victor takes full responsibility for their life, for their finances, for their relationships, for their business. And the beauty of the victor who takes full responsibility is that because they take full responsibility, they always have the power and capability to change their life, to change their finances, to change their business, to change their relationships, to change how they show up in the world, because they've asserted responsibility, they accept it, and they accept and take full grasp and control of their power of choice for both thoughts and actions, which is a very, very powerful place to be. So one of the things I would encourage all of you all to do is ask yourself, in what areas of my life am I not letting go of the victim story? Am I not letting go of a victim story with my finances? Am I not letting go of a victim story with my business? Am I not letting go of a victim story with my relationships? Am I not letting go of victim story with my past and my background, like whatever it is. But you have to let go of the victim story. And when you let go of the victim story, then you really start to find your true power. And number seven is being willing to let go of your current identity. And this is the hardest one for people to let go of. I've helped so many people transition from their old 9-to-5 jobs to their full entrepreneurial pursuit, become a new badass business owner in whatever industry they want to be in. And it's very difficult for them to transition because their identity is so wrapped up in their work and who they were before. This is why it's so hard for people when they retire. They tend to lose their sense of purpose. It's because so much of their identity was tied to their job. The same thing with a parent when their kids leave the nest and go off to college. It's like they're losing a piece of their identity, a piece of their purpose. And so when you are free and willing to let go of that identity of who you are free to integrate a new next level, amazing identity of who you are becoming, which is really, really huge. So quick recap of what we want to let go to create miracles in our life and business. Number one, we got to let go of our past. We let go of our past. We create room and space for an amazing new future with new things we've never experienced before. Number two, we got to let go of the old beliefs. This clears space and integration for the new beliefs that serve us on our next level. Number three, we have to let go of old habits and be free to integrate new habits and new ways of doing and being. Number four, we have to let go of old perspectives. We have to look at new lens in our life and our business to really have a new vision of where we're going. Number five, we have to let go of people. We have to let go of the people who are not willing to up level with us, who are not there to support us, who are not being an angel and encourager in our life. Number six, we have to let go of the victim and blame mentality, and we got to choose every day to step more into the identity of the victor and person responsible for their life's decisions and choices. And number seven, we have to, most importantly, we have to go of our identity, our old identity, to integrate a new one. I hope you guys got all seven of those. I hope you guys got a lot of good juicy nuggets out of this today. If you guys haven't already, make sure you follow me at Brandon R. Foster over on Instagram and join the like-minded community. Confident AF Mindset Practices over on Facebook. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Thanks for watching. And next week, make sure you tune in because we're going to be talking about choosing love over fear. Have an amazing rest of your day, boo. I love you. You have been listening to Confident AF Live, taking your mindset next level to get next year's results today with host Brandon Foster on transformationtalkradio.com. Listen or watch live every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, where I help badasses like you with big dreams learn to take their impact and results next level, turning those unrealistic goals into reality. Confident AF Live is the gateway to enormous new opportunities and unlimited possibilities. For more information, get in touch with me, Brandon, at BrandonRFoster.com.